I'm here with Samantha and Nick. Hi, guys. And you
Hey,
guys
Amy,
came
how
to
are
me.
you?
Hey, good. So you guys came to me with a plan to go to Singapore over the New Year's Eve holiday.
Yes.
And so I'd love to talk about that. When we first started talking about that, you told me that Crazy Rich Asians was kind of the inspiration for going to Singapore since you really love that movie. So I thought we could put
Yeah.
together a fun tour, which kind of is inspired by the movie locations in that movie. So tell me about your trip.
It was awesome.
It was amazing. Yeah, so I saw the movie and I've read the books, Crazy Rich Asians, and as everybody says, the movie is kind of the story, it's a rom-com, but it really is a love affair towards the city of Singapore or the country, both, I guess. And so I just wanted to go. And yeah, you helped us plan an amazing trip. We saw, even though we were there for such a short period of time, I feel like we really saw everything and had a blast, already trying to find a time to go back. It was amazing. We did so much, saw so much, ate so much.
Ate a lot of food.
Ate a lot. Ate a lot. No,
Well, you
cool.
guys are foodies, so you told me you're foodies. So Singapore is a really great country to experience a lot of different food because they have so many influences from all the countries around them. So tell me about the food discoveries that you made.
Spicy crab.
Oh, the spicy crab. It was so good.
Yeah. Penang was really cool. There was there was also the market that they went to and we tried. Our tour guide was really cool. She got us, I think, probably 7 different items from the different stalls there. There was a cereal shrimp and
stingray. We had stingray, which barbecued stingray or barbecued skate wing or something. Awesome. It was so amazing. The cereal shrimp was to die for. It was, and so it's really cool because in the opening scenes, or one of the few scenes when Nick and Rachel first get to Singapore, Arminta and Colin take them to this like hawker stalls to go eat, and that was one of the places we went. And it's just kind of like a courtyard, and all around you are all these different like restaurants. And our guide, who was fantastic, we just like sat there, and she was like, "Is there anything you guys don't eat?" We're like, "No, look at us, we eat everything. Just go get food." And she came out with like 9 just different plates of random stuff it was so good. Some of the best food, and it was cheap. I mean, it's inexpensive, and it's like, this is where you saw a lot of locals, a lot of like workers will go there. So that was probably the start of our food experience in Singapore, if you will. And then there's also an entire street dedicated to food street, I think it's called. Also amazing. We ate, that's where we got the spicy crab. Mm-hmm. God, I don't even remember everything we ate, but the food is phenomenal, and it's, just inexpensive, and it's
we didn't get to stop on Arab Street, but we saw a lot of cool stuff there too.
And so you also did a side trip to Penang, and that was kind of following more movie location sites. And so what did you think of Penang?
Very cool.
I wish we could have stayed longer. One day wasn't enough.
Yeah, we really squeezed that in.
We really did. And then, we did a tour the entire day, which was awesome. It's such a cool cultural city. There's, like the Georgetown, the older part of town, and the hotel that you got us, I was trying to figure out a way to move into our hotel room. I was like, I'm just going to move all my clothing here and I'm going to stay. We did a cooking class there and did a tour of the market. And we bought the cookbook. We have 100% the lady who
Pearly was awesome. Yeah.
Pearly Home Cooks. Fantastic. The food was phenomenal. Penang was so cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, I wish we would have had more time.
So what did you guys end up doing on your free day? I think it was New Year's Eve day. Did you reserve free?
Hotel.
Yeah, so when we first got there, Raffles Hotel, our shirts, you got us a night at Raffles Hotel, which is where Nick and Rachel stay when they first get into Singapore. That's kind of their hotel. That hotel is absolutely gorgeous. It's home of the Singapore Sling, which we were drinking.
Yay.
And it was, again, our room and everything, you hooked us up. It was fantastic. And so again, we only stayed one night, and I was like, well, this was poorly planned on my part. Like, why am I only here one night? But then of course we had to get to Penang. And so I wanted, and this is something I, booked before we got you involved, I really wanted to stay in the Marina Bay Towers, the Marina Bay Sands, which is 3 towers, it's where they do the, I guess, engagement party, if you will, and it has the big pool on the top. So I really wanted to stay there. And it worked out well because that's where a lot of the fireworks and everything were for New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
But on our free day, the only day we had, which was free, we woke up, hung out by the pool. I went to the spa for a little bit.
They have a big old mall in Marina Bay Tower.
Kind of walked around.
So I know that you guys are big travelers. You love to travel around. You've been a lot of places. And so how did it go? What did you think about having someone else plan and book your trip for you and take care of the details versus you guys doing it on your own?
So having somebody plan everything for me and just show up was amazing, because you got us rooms, like I said, at the 2 hotels that you booked for us. We probably never would have gotten or never would have stayed at, or hotels we didn't even know were there had we not been able to go through you. And just having the transportation was all worked out, so I didn't have to worry about, like, can I get an Uber, which they don't have in Singapore, by the way. It was so nice. It was so nice to just be like, take care of it. This is what we want to do. I never would have thought to go to Penang, which was
awesome.
I'd say probably one of the highlights.
Yeah.
So how did you like
awesome.
How did you like me not going crazy while planning the trip?
That was also a benefit.
Yeah. It was nice. It was amazing. As I've already told you, I'm already planning, because the Lord knows nobody's going anywhere. This is being filmed during quarantine, everyone. So as soon as quarantine's over, I'm gonna be like, Amy, I need to get out of Vegas, please. So we will 100%.
Let's make your next plan.
I know. I don't know where yet. I don't know when, but it's going to happen.
Well, thanks so much for joining me today. That was really great. I'm so glad you had such a nice trip.
Oh, yeah, we loved it. No, seriously, Amy, thank you so much. I'm so glad that we were able to get connected with you and you helped us plan this trip. It was amazing. I'm so glad we got to go. Like I said, I can't wait to go back, and I can't wait to use you again on one of our future expeditions, if you will.
Awesome. Hey, it's Amy, and I am here with Carolyn, and she's from Discova. And Discova is a destination management company that specializes in Asia. So Carolyn, what was involved in putting together a Crazy Rich Asians themed tour in Singapore?
Yeah, so first off, we were really excited when we got the request for this tour. I love the idea of planning an entire tour around a certain theme. And Crazy Rich Asians was a great theme for that. They visit a lot of the highlights of Singapore. So that was pretty easy to put together. We do have access to lots of tours and vendors. And a huge theme in the movie is food. And so we made food a huge focus of the trip as well.
So you found a cooking demonstration or a cooking class for them in Penang. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we do have an office in Malaysia, so that's why we have some of those really personal connections. And the cooking class that they did in Malaysia was very local. It was with a husband and wife that taught it. The class doesn't exceed 8 people, and they actually go to the market and they go shopping with them. And they teach them how to use the different flavors, how to keep the nutrients in the food that they use, and then they get to take them back to cook the meal. And so they can take that knowledge home with them. So all of our connections in our destinations are done through our local teams there.
Awesome. They told me that it was a real highlight, that they loved it.
That's so great. And that, I love tours like that because you're really supporting the local economy, and it's just a husband and wife that are running their own cooking classes. And so I think that is a real treat for the people coming.
Yeah, love that local support. And then also, they absolutely loved their rooms at the Raffles Hotel and at the Eastern Oriental in Penang, which is where they stayed there. And so I feel like they got some really special suites, and they got some special attention at those hotels?
Yeah, they ended up with those great rooms because of having those local teams in destination. So we've been working in Asia for 25 years. And so we've had 25 years to really build the relationships with these hotels. And so we, when they have upgrades and things like that available, we become a high priority. So it's definitely not guaranteed on every trip, but it's great that they give us those good rooms when they have them.
And they loved the full service from beginning to end. They were picked up at the airport. They were taken to the hotel. When they flew to Penang, they were picked up at the hotel and taken back to the airport, and the whole thing just went seamlessly. So thank you. It was really well planned.
Yeah, thank you so much.